Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion. We're going to start off with cake batter chapstick. Y'all, today is December 1st. And even though I knew December 1st is coming up, like, it caught me off guard that it's today that I'm filming this. And I do have a couple Vlogmas videos planned out. I think I have a couple posted already or scheduled to go live. But I'm just like, what? And so I'm not doing a video every day for Vlogmas. I usually have a video posting every day anyway, but they're not going to be specifically for Vlogmas. Tutorials, doing makeup looks, you know, that's where my heart is. And I don't want to pass those off as Vlogmas because I do them anyway. You know what I mean? So I wanted to do something different. And even though only so much is different on this channel, some will be just for Vlogmas, more so related to my makeup collection for those who don't normally watch my videos, who do enjoy Vlogmas, because I know some people don't because they just feel bombarded with videos every day from their preferred content creators. But those of you who have been here, you guys are used to me pumping out videos every day. Well, I should say posting videos every day. So that's not new for you, but if someone new is watching and they do enjoy Vlogmas, they will see what we're about here. And what are we about here? I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. The crazy just enjoying doing videos, enjoying the channels that you watch. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Wear whatever you want to, using whatever tool you want to, and whatever technique to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Here we are about self-acceptance and self-love. Embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Yeah, so that's what the Crazy Troll Nation means. That's what we stand for here. If you're new, thank you and welcome. Again, my name is Dion. I need to let you know I do curse sometimes in videos because I curse sometimes, period. I do try to catch myself. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I need to also let you know, because I feel one coming on, I belch and gurgle and hiccup in my videos just randomly out of nowhere. So if you hear something, I will usually say, excuse me if you heard that in my throat. And so I felt something about that to gurgle. So that's what made me remember to say that, because normally I don't say that in videos. But anyway, we have a really quick haul. And I had said in a previous video, I wasn't even going to show it because it's just so basic. But while we're here and while you're here, if this is your first video, I will show you, because we also do haul videos here. I don't shop a lot. I am on a perpetual low buy, meaning nothing, don't purchase anything unless there's a sale or coupon codes or points or something. So, but this is from Ulta. There was a code, there was coupons, there was extra points, and so I purchased just basic things that I use anyway. This is a Lancome mascara and the primer set. I currently have open a mini Sills booster. It's a mascara base slash mascara primer. They call it a base, but it is a primer. It says both of these are full size, but when I look up the numbers, this is a little bit less than full size, like 0.0 something less, and this is just a tiny bit less. But for this set, I think it was $30. Each one of these on their own, I know this is $30. This, I think, is $30-something. So to get them both at that price, and with the codes and the coupon or whatever it was that I had, I said I'm going to go ahead and get it because I do actually use it. This is just paper. I thought it was something in there and it wasn't. So this is what they look like, and I do love this under every mascara I've worn it under except the Prime Pro Medics mascara. That it just kept the mascara it just made the mascara really wet and I didn't like it. But this, under any other mascara I've ever used it under, I've really enjoyed it. And this is the Lash Idol, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, mascara. And I dropped the box so I would look on the box. What does it say on the invoice? It's in gibberish on the invoice. But I do like Lancome mascaras. They are pricey. Lancome is considered a luxury brand. So yeah, so that's why I get it on sale or coupon codes. And as a free gift with purchase came a free travel size of this one, and I did purchase the travel size of it. The PAO, I believe, is 6 months. Yeah, and I do actually use it up in 6 months because it's the only mascara primer that I use. And I purchased 2 NYX retractable eyeliners. I use these for lower lash line. No. These are lip pencils. This shade, actually, they're both in the shade Current, which is this shade right here. So it's sort of like a purplish burgundy deep eggplant type shade. And I got two because I do go through my lip liners, because once I open this, that'll only be 4 lip liners I have open. So I do go through them because I don't have a ton. So we're going to get into this look. That was the Fenty eye primer. We have on a Fenty face primer, the Fenty foundation. I wear shade 335. And because my under eyes were looking a little bit darker than I wanted them to look, we put on the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Flawless Wear Concealer. And the shade I wear is 4N. And so that is everything on my face right now. Fenty brow pencil, of course. If you've been here before, you know that's the only brow pencil I use. You saw me put on chapstick. My mobile lid is sticking to the puffy transition part. We're going to do our first look with the Natasha Denona Glam Palette. And I did peel off the paper off of here today, and I'm thinking I should have kept it because that would have helped not have the reflect, the shine. We're going to use today this entire top row. These are metallics. This is a chroma crystal. These two are creamy mattes, and we may come down and use this one. For our second look, we're going to use the entire bottom row. These are all metallics, and we may dip into this shade or one of these. Probably this one if we use this one today. I am thinking to do a look with just these three, just an easy, glam, smoky, you know, shimmery look for these three, but we'll see. I think it may look similar to something I've done with the Xenon palette, but who knows? And so for today, we're going to be here and maybe this one, because I just want to see what they look like. When I first get a palette, I don't use shadow bases and all of that stuff, because I want to just see what the shadows will look like on their own over my skin, over the Fenty primer, which does have a pink tint to it, and it actually says Invisipink on the packaging. And so, but as you see, it is fairly clear. What shows up is once I have shadow on, if I don't have shadow in this area right here, it may look like there's a hint of color up here, and that'll be the primer. Sometimes I'm okay with not covering it up with shadow, and then other times I'm like, I need to put something there when I need to, but when to. I'm not going to call out the shade names because they're not shade names, they're placement names, and because you place shadow where you want to place them, you know, we're just going to do our thing. So we're going to start with this one and put this on the inner lid. I was laughing because it says in a corner. This is a Esom V27 brush. This is a chroma crystal. And for me, they are primarily toppers. But I want to see what it's going to look like on its own. And that is what this looks like on its own. So it does have like a pinkish golden hue to it. So if you don't want to layer the chroma crystals, you can just place them just on their own or put them over a shadow base, or use them as toppers because they are good for toppers. I just felt the flake come off and I was not wanting it to go in my eye. So if it looked like I had a spasm, that is why. But thankfully, I felt it hit here and then bounce down. So that is what this shade is looking like. We are going to do the full look. If I do the face later, I will edit that part out because this is going to be a pretty long video. So we're going to put that brush away. And we're going to go into this shade over here, and that's going to go next to it. So we're going to just go in a row, putting shadows on the lid just to see what they look like, to see how they show up on me. You may or may not have seen the swatch video. Oh, okay, this one, it's a little bit of shine, but it's not a shadow. It's not really a color on me, but it is a shine. This is interesting. Okay. So I'm glad that I'm doing this because this will help me determine what I'm going to use these shades for, and or if I'm going to keep them in the palette, meaning swap out these shadows for other Natasha Denona Midi palette eyeshadows, because you can pop them out. And all of her palettes, the majority, yeah, all of her palettes you can switch around except the minis. I think the minis, the $25 ones, which are now $27, I don't think you can remove those. And now we're going to go into this shade here, and that's going to go next to what we just placed. I love the performance of her metallics, and even that chroma crystal, this shade here, was not horrible to put on. It surprised me how a chunk just fell off though. but it's not the end of the world because it did just like bounce. We're doing this to blend in with that center shade. Well, not the center shade, but that shade that didn't show up. So this, I'm like, where's the color? This palette does look deeper in person. So I'm like, why is it not showing up? But Glam usually is a light lid with maybe like a dark outer corner or smoke out the lash line or something like that. And so, I mean, it is what it is. And I knew what I was getting when I got this palette, but I'm still just like, they looked colorful when I swatched them, but then I did use a sponge tip applicator. And that's another thing I don't typically do with a brand new palette is use the sponge tips for the same reason that I don't use shadow bases. I don't want to help it. I want to see what it's going to do on its own, because then I'll know, okay, if I want to take this palette, it's not just going to show up the way I want it to with a dry brush. I don't want to just take a palette away and be like, okay, I need to take this shadow base. I need to take sponge tips. I need to take blah, 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 blah. And so that's why I want to see how they perform on their own, because when I'm away, I don't want to put a lot of effort. I don't want to put a lot of effort into my makeup period anyway. But when I'm away, I don't have the luxury of time to sit and do a whole lot of stuff to get my eyeshadow the way I want it. And if it's a palette or shadows that I need to put extra time or effort, I just won't take that palette. I'll just take something else that I can just put a brush in it and put it on. So this shadow right here irks the hell out of me. And yeah, so like right here, over here it's not. So it's something like from here over, and I haven't been able to figure out what it is. And I did move one of the track lights to shine it different, but it's just like right here. So I did move the chair a little more this way because I'm just annoyed by that for some reason, because it's just like, and I did adjust the screen too, but it's still there. I changed the mirrors down here, the positioning, thinking maybe it's that. I really don't know like what it is. And maybe it is the track lighting, because the two on that end are evenly spaced. The two on this end are evenly spaced, but then there's more space in between, like in the middle, because there's 4 lights. So in the middle, there's more space. I'm like, maybe that's it. I don't know. Now we're going to go into this shade, and we're going to put this on our outer corner. They swatched deeper. Like they swatched like they were real colors. So I'm just kind of like, what? Where's the colors? But this is a glam look, because glam is just there, not there. Just a hint, and it's pretty, and it's classic, and it's cute. I'm a troll, damn it. So like, give me some murkiness, give me some muddiness, give me some grunge, you know, give me puke green. This is pretty though. This is pretty. That's pretty. And now I'm gonna just say that and keep on going. So we're going to take this shade because I just want to see. It does look more gray in person. I know it's not showing up gray, but this is grayish in person, like a very pale gray. So we're using this just to dust this along our brow. Oh yeah, you see that. So this is Nothing Is Up Here, which I prefer than that because, okay. So I need to blend that out because it is looking... This is interesting. So, all right, let's just do small circular motions just to bring it down and to blend it with the lid shades. Okay, that I like. I mean, I don't really care for the tone of it, but it's not ashy dusty like some shades look on me. So at least I know I can use this shadow and it not look dusty / ashy. So we're going in small circular motions just to blend that out. She cute. All right. I acknowledge there are pretty looks. This is pretty, even if I want more. And so I'm trying to get out of the habit of just being like, oh, I don't like it because I do like it. It's just not my vibe. So that's why I was like, this is NYX Retractable Eyeliner in gold, and we're going to put this on our lower lash line. Y'all, I am sweating. I had my thermostat on 73. And I realized I was like hot. I was sweating. Sometimes 73, I'm a little bit chilly, which is fine because when I'm sitting on the sofa, you know, I always have a sheet that I cover up with. But I am sweating. And it's these lights. That's what it is. And so I am glad that it's not on 75, the thermostat, because I did have it on 75 earlier, and I'm like, okay, this is hot. Now we're going to take NYX Retractable Eyeliner in Gypsy Blue, and we're going to put this on our inner rims. So if you're hesitant to do inner rims, this is me finding the line. The inner rim is this pink line right above your lash line. And some people do, even if they have like a cotton pad, they'll just press here because then it'll pop out. But I have wrinkles and bags, and so I don't want to give it any help. And so I just find the line and then go across the line. And so it is easy to do. And I know some people don't do it because they're like, oh, it's too close to my eyeball. Because these are retractable and because it's a gel pencil, it is soft. And so even if it grazes my eyeball, it doesn't hurt. And that's why I don't like using the eyeliner pencils that you have to sharpen, because if those graze my eyeball, like I can feel it and it's uncomfortable. And I don't know why like this side came down like that. So, but we're going to put a little bit more here. And the shade of the NYX Retractable Eyeliner is the shade of the packaging. And so I like how they do that, because then you know what you're getting. How it shows up on you is a different story. But for pretty much the shade is what it is. The gold is pretty, but you see for me, because of my complexion, it doesn't show up much on lower lash line. So to find the upper lash line, no, the upper inner rim, the upper waterline, I go like this to find the line and then just go straight across. And I don't do back and forth like I used to without stopping and blinking, because the longer I'm bug-eyed, the more my eyes are going to tear. And so I'll just find a line and run it and then just stop. And if I feel it start to tear, which this side is notorious for tearing, actually this one is too, I will just take a sponge tip applicator or a Q-tip or a lipstick applicator and just stick it in my tear duct like this. I'm doing this just to show you. So I'll just, stick it in the tear duct to absorb the moisture. This should have been a how-to for Vlogmas. We're going to take some more of the gold, only because this one did come down to lower lash line, and I could just put it lower lash line, whereas this side it didn't. So just to get it to look the same, we're going to put more of the gold on the lower lash line. I hope that it covers up where that Gypsy Blue came down, and it did not. But we are going to put shadow under here, which I don't think is going to show up because it's that pink shade that didn't show up there. But it may. Sometimes the gel liners amplify a shadow. Sometimes it just serves as an adhesive for the shadow. Sometimes it just doesn't do anything. Like it doesn't look like anything is there. But we're going to take that same pink. Y'all are like, why? What I'm thinking to do is like, should I take something else? But I do want to do a 3 shadow look with these shades. But part of me is like, I don't really do 3 shadow looks. So we're going to take this same pink shade and we're going to see what it does over that gold gel liner. We're using a wide brush to place and blow out at the same time. And we're just pressing and kind of wiggling. I'm not going straight across because with this type of brush, it is challenging to do that versus if it was like a smaller taper brush like this one where I could just go straight across. But I like this brush for placing and blowing out. And by blowing out, I mean having it come down wider than just very close to the lash line, because it is a wide brush. And so if you see what I mean, you see it under lash line, but you also see it down here too. That's because this is a wide ass brush. And it just amazes me that this says travel angled smudge brush. Who smudges with a brush that's this wide? I don't know. So we're going to do the same thing over here. You know what I'm going to do? I think I am going to put this for a how-to video, since I was talking about how to do your waterline. What else did I do how to? I don't know. Maybe how to create a glam look, since this is the Glam Palette. Yeah, I'm going to put this for a Sunday how-to video, and you'll know that because you'll be seeing it on a Sunday, and the title will say how-to. But do I want my how-tos to be Vlogmas as well? Maybe. Am I feeling like I just need to put something for Vlogmas? Did I say Vlogmas? Vlogmas. I probably did say Vlogmas. Yeah, I think I'm going to put this for a Sunday video because I am talking more and giving more explanation. I don't want to say instruction, but explanation for what we're doing. Now we're going to take this brush. Should I start curing? We're going to take, is this dry yet? This is not dry yet. I did use 3 pumps of the foundation and 3 pumps of the primer. I mixed it together and put it on. Sometimes it dries down fast, sometimes it doesn't. And I am kind of sweaty right now, so that would explain why it doesn't. I'm sorry for poking you in the eye. We're going to take this shadow here. We're going to take this shadow here. We're going to save this for when we do the bottom row, because this is going to be a very light look too. So we're going to take this shadow here, which is, in person is darker than it's showing up. It's more like, this is more of what I'm seeing in person, like even with this shade down here. So we're taking this one, hoping it'll add some depth to our outer corner. And it's blending into my skin tone. Oh man. So we're doing an outer V. And you know what, did that add? I think it added a little bit, and then we're just going to fill in the V part. This is definitely if you like light ethereal looks, and you can smoke it out because you have this dark shade in here, and you can put shadow bases on underneath the shadows. And also, if your complexion is lighter than mine, this palette will be darker on you than it shows up on me. So that's something to keep in mind too. This is a pretty look. It's very easy to do. This eye is tearing as well. And so I'm not regretting my purchase at all, because I went into it knowing that it's light and that it can be smoked out if you help it along. But as I said, when I get a new palette, I don't want to give it any help. But if I just want an easy, simple, quick look and it's not a lot of mess, I don't have any. I have a few flicks of fallout over here, and I'm not going to brush it away because I'm sweaty. It'll just smear it. But this is very easy to use. You saw how easy the shadows went on. Now, whether they showed up or not is a different story. But if you like a there, not there, very minimalistic type look, easily approachable, this would be something to do. And so that I do like. And I knew I was going to like that because I like that with her shadows and with her formula. I do want the lower lash line a little bit darker. So we're going to take that same brush and we're going to go back into the shade that we just used to put for our outer V. And we are just going to just lightly just put this. And I'm actually... This was tearing because now the brush is wet. When I went over here, it felt wet. And when I came over here, I definitely feel the wetness in the brush from right here. And so that didn't add anything. Very easy, very simple look to do. So if this is your jam, rock and roll with it. Very easy, very simple. That did not add much. I do want the lower lash line darker. We're gonna go simple with upper lash line, and we're just gonna use a brown. I don't want to use a brown. We're going to use Macro Violet, which is a purple. This is a MAC fluid line. I want more color. My face still isn't dry yet. That's a part of it because I'm sweaty. So I'm going to. This is a MAC 210 brush, and we're just going to kind of swirl it. I did, when I changed my station around again, not too long ago, I do have more space down here now. And so I am able to just keep a look moving along. And I realized I'm down to the time that it was taking me when I was away, when I was doing my makeup. Because I'm like, how are my videos shorter here doing the full face than when I'm home and I edit out a lot of stuff? And it was because I had more space to just spread stuff out. That didn't really show up either. This is definitely that look where, well, you know what? It is a glam look. So this is what you get with glam. But you can do like grunge glam, goth glam, punk glam. But this is just a regular glam. But I do want more smoke though. But it's not going to happen. I am going to have to set my face. I'm going to use the Hourglass Veil Translucent. I'm trying to go where you can see me because sometimes I realize you can't because my hand is blocking where you are. I had it down to a system, well, a science to it, but then I moved stuff around again. So now it's finding again, like, where do I need to be that you can actually see, like, what I'm doing. So I apologize for those videos that you can't see what I'm doing, because if I didn't expect you to be able to see it, I would just edit it out, you know what I mean? So if it's in the video and you can't see me, it's because I don't realize it. until I'm editing and I'm just like, oh, damn it. And so that's definitely a me thing. Trying not to do my accidental swoosh when I do my liner, when I try to wing it. When I try to wing it, because I do wing it, but whether it's a wing swoosh or not is a different story. Like this one is pretty straight. So I'm trying to do the same thing over. I just felt the swoosh. I felt it. I swooshed it. I felt it when I did it that time. I really have to pay attention. Yeah, so you see how this goes straight? And I felt it when I swooshed it. So I need to pay attention to that feeling. I think I'm going to take a purple gel liner. I do not like the swoosh, and do my lower lash line. So even though I'm trying to come straight in, so when I look down, it'll look straight, but then when I look up, you still see the swoosh. And this isn't showing up as much as I thought it was going to show up. So we're going to call it quits for that. I love this side. So we're going to call it quits for that, and we're going to take a purple. It's actually called Deep Purple NYX Retractable Eyeliner. I am like seriously sweating. You know what? I'm going to use the Fashion Fair powder, because if I put the Hourglass, even though it says it's translucent, because it does show up white, it'll really show up white because I'm sweating. So it'll just like adhere to different areas of my face. So we're putting the purple here just to connect it to the purple that we put on our upper lash line. And that did give us a little bit more color. Not much though, but we already do have a gel liner under here and 2 eyeshadows on top of it. So it's like, girl, what else you want to do? I don't know how much we're going to do. I am going to edit out the face. I don't know. I'm thinking to just do the setting powder and then just putting on an Hourglass finishing powder. That's what I'm thinking, because this look is just, so I'm going to edit out. We are going to use the Fashion Fair Truly Tawny powder. You know what we'll do? We're going to do the Esom thing because that's easy, because I can just run down the line and do all the shades. I was going to say shadows. All the shades except one. We're going to be sensible with the lip. I'm pulling out right now a brown. I think we just used Autumn Wind. I have another similar shade, but we have Black Cherry. This is the lighter of the 2 brownish shades that I have. So we're going to do this. We're going to, which one did I have open? Is this the one that's open? We're going to put this on, and we're also going to put on the Fenty Hella Thick mascara. And when we come back, everything will be done. This is our finished look. We did one thing that we didn't say we were going to do. We lined the lips and filled them in with the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner, and the shade is Club Hopper. And we did use this, which I think I might have told you the name of it. I don't know. Number 54 Autumn Wind is on our lips. We did spray the face, and we used the Scandinavia, the makeup finishing spray. Everything else that I showed you, we did use, and this is our finished look. So this is what we have for our first look using the Natasha Denona Glam Palette. Having done the mascara, having done the lip, having used the Esom to add some color to the face, we did put on Radiant Light too. Hourglass finishing powder after we did the Esom before we sprayed it down. So doing all of that, I do like the look. I do think it's pretty. It was very easy, very simple, very light look. The lip brings color to my face and to the look, and so I do like the look. And so again, we used these 5 shades and this one right here. So we've used 6 shadows for this look. Again, the next look will be this entire bottom row and maybe this brown. And I do want to do a third look, which is these 3, but then part of me is like, I don't know. So let me know what you think about this look. That shadow is annoying the hell out of me. I am holy and pure. There is no hell left in me. That shadow has taken it away. So thank you for being here. If you like this video, thumbs up. If you're still here and you're not subscribed, please do. I would appreciate it. Comments are always welcome. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.